Welcome to MSU Inside Out alongside Andre Livingston. I am Jesse Rosvet. Tonight we're going to be talking, you'll be talking to Minot State's basketball coach about the upcoming season.
Very excited about that.
And I'll be talking to Lexi Klein about the KMSU Auction. Andre, what else do we have going on this week?
You know, some great things going along. Dinner and the movies tonight here on campus, and probably gaming with Elizabeth. Here to tell us more about that is Josh Sandy.
Yeah, we got a variety of news this week, so let's dive right on into it. This week's video game news includes race cars, zombies, and Pokemon. Elizabeth Ham has more.
This week, The Walking Dead fans are in for a surprise. The complete first season released a week earlier than expected on both PS4 and Xbox One. The game was released on Tuesday instead of the expected October 24th. The Walking Dead, the complete first season, contains all 4 parts of the series, plus the bonus episode, 400 Days. Ubisoft's The Crew will now be coming out in December. The online racer game was set to release on November 11th, the same day as 2 of Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed titles, but now has been pushed back to December 2nd. Ubisoft explains the delay is due to another beta session taking place on consoles. There's no telling how much Ubisoft can do with just 3 additional weeks before the launch, but there is hope that with more beta time, there will be less server issues on launch. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demos will be out soon for Pokemon fans. Nintendo has announced that the special campaign demo will be released on October 21st. The demo does not take place in the main game. Instead, it is a mini campaign where players will encounter some familiar Pokemon in their new Mega Evolved forms. There's also special reward items that are transferable to the full game when it's released. To get the demo, players must be signed up to the Pokemon Trainer Club before October 20th. The release date for the full Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire games is November 21st, a month after the demo release. That's it for me this week. You can check out more on probablygaming.com. Until next week, I'm Elizabeth Ham, and I'm Probably Gaming.
Probably Gaming will be back again next week with more gaming news. Don't forget to stop by the Beaver Dam tonight after the show for a special screening of the movie 22 Jump Street. MSU Inside Out reporter Emmanuel Agorie has more.
Nothing goes better with a movie than food. Minot State University's Student Government Association is organizing a movie event tonight. The SGA's Director of Entertainment, Brianna Benson, has more.
Tonight at 6 o'clock in the Beaver Dam, we'll be bringing in free Taco Johns for students to eat while they watch the movie 22 Jump Street. So we're starting at 6, but get there early to get a seat and some free Taco Johns.
This event is free to all students with a current MSU ID. For more information about MSU campus events, like the MSU Live Facebook page. For KMSU, Emmanuel Agorie.
Remember, if you need someone to sit by, I'll be making my way over to the dam following tonight's show. Everyone's favorite mascot has been hard at it this year, but Buckshot's familiar face may not be so familiar to Beaver fans anymore. I spent some time with the new Buckshot to check into how the mascot transition is going. In case you hadn't noticed, there's a new sheriff in town. Homecoming brought us the passing of the Beaver Log, which represented old Buckshot's retirement after 10 years of service to MSU as the official mascot. But new Buckshot has already settled into his role, pumping up Beaver fans, bleeding red and green, and of course, getting into shenanigans. Although old Buckshot will be missed, the newest member of the athletic department's team is a welcomed addition.
We wanted him to look like our logo. So I think Buckshot looks a lot more like our logo, and I think he's doing what he needs to do as the mascot.
Checking in on Buckshot with MSU Inside Out, this has been Josh Sandy. And Buckshot can be seen next Tuesday night when the Beaver volleyball team takes on Dickinson. That's an old in-state rival, so it should be a pretty good game and should be lots of fun.
Should be lots of fun. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Terry.
Late night with Beaver basketball is an evening of fun entertainment for all Beaver fans. This is the first look at the 2014 through 2015 men's and women's basketball team. Well, joining me here today is men's head coach Matt Murken, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, jumping right into it. Late night with Beaver basketball, 7:30 to 9 p.m. What are some things that'll be going on?
Should be a lot of fun. Just talking about Buckshot there. I think Buckshot's got a new dance plan. There's a little bit of a dance contest. A lot of giveaways. I think a flat screen TV that would look good in a dorm room. Lots of free food, which is always a benefit. And then I think there might be up to $1,000 off tuition, a challenge to do that for one lucky student that's there next Wednesday night. So it should be a lot of fun. Some contests, some games, and a lot of music and things like that. So come on out next Wednesday.
That should be a lot of fun. Speaking of something that might not be too fun, practice. Tell me about practice. You guys started practice earlier.
Yeah, you kind of just went Allen Iverson on that with the practice comment, didn't you?
Talking about practice? Tell me about practice. How's everything going?
Yeah, we started yesterday. Is the first day we're able to officially begin practice, and that's always an exciting time. Guys have been here for 6-8 weeks, and it's kind of fun to finally tip it off and really get going and be able to go now 20 hours a week. So yesterday was our first one. Today we'll go again. Shortly after the show, I'll take off and hop in the dome and get going after volleyball's done with their practice. So far so good. It's early, but we're having fun. Guys are working hard and looking forward to an exciting season.
Well, that's great. You guys were picked number 14 in the NSIC. How do you feel about that? Do you think you should be higher or lower?
Yeah, the preseason polls come out each year, and preseason polls are preseason polls. And to be quite honest, we only have about 3 or 4 guys coming back that have played a lot for us. And I think that's a big reason why we're picked 14 out of the 16 teams. But I feel really good about our freshman class. I feel really good about some guys we had on campus last year that didn't play, that sat out, that redshirted. So I think we're hungry to prove that we're maybe a little bit better than where we were picked at, and looking forward to putting in that work each day and getting, you don't want to look too far ahead to that first game. You want to worry about getting better each day in practice. But I think it's an exciting challenge to try to prove that maybe we're a little bit better than where we were picked at.
You said you don't want to look too far ahead. So what are your short-term goals for the season?
Great question. We had a kind of a little opening meeting with our team where they set goals over the next 3 weeks. We really have 3 weeks of practice where we have exhibition games and things like that. So one of those things is just getting better every day. One of those things is a certain amount of made shots per day outside of practice, kind of putting in their own time and really just kind of staying hungry to learn and staying hungry to compete and get better. So a lot of internal goals from the guys on our team. They set some lofty goals for the next 3 weeks, and then just like volleyball will be playing Dickinson next week, we'll kick off our season against outside competition against Dickinson here shortly before. We're on the road for that one, but it's shortly before Halloween, so about 3 weeks away from now.
So in short, what specifically are your expectations for your season?
Yeah, we looked at it, we kind of put it into parts, and our first part is just that first three weeks of practice, and like I said, staying hungry to get better and having fun doing it, working hard but having fun. And I like you guys' show. I was kind of watching the practice session, and you guys have a great product, but you have fun doing it too. And I really think in anything that you do, sports or elsewhere in life, if you have fun doing it and work hard at it, you can put together a good product. And that's kind of our first thing. And then when we get to the game situations, when we start tipping it off for real around November 14th, then we'll set some new goals as far as what we want to do and the amount of wins we probably want to get in that non-conference schedule. And then around the 1st of December, we'll kick off with our conference schedule. And just like football and volleyball and wrestling and some of those other sports, it's a great conference. There's a lot of good competition in our league, and there's some great players and great teams. So just looking forward to getting going with practice and games.
I'm looking forward to coming out and watch you guys. Thanks a lot for taking the time out and coming here.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Late night with the Beaver basketball next Wednesday, October 22nd, 7:30 to 9 p.m. Go out, bring your kids, bring the family out, and support the Beavers. Staying active in winter is hard, but MSU gives you the opportunity to stay in shape with intramural sports. Bridget LaFontaine has more on that.
Thanks, Troy. Yes, intramural sports is one of the best ways to stay in shape during the winter season. And joining me to tell me about this is Lexi Klein and Caitlin Sandy. So thanks for being here.
Thank you, Bridget.
And so guys, tell me, football and soccer and what else? Bowling is in full swing. Tell me, how many football teams are signed up this year?
There are 10 football teams, I believe, signed up, and we've only got a couple weeks left of football, but we do have 10 teams going.
Okay, and Caitlin, tell me about it. It is 10 teams, and the next weekend, or next week I should say, is the final tournament, and tell me about that.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. We'll have our final tournament play, and
I believe we're going to have 2 brackets going, so then we'll have the champion and they'll get their t-shirts.
Cool, free t-shirts, love that. Okay, and bowling is also in full swing, which is everyone's classic, favorite, popular event here. And tell me a little bit about what students love about it.
You can just, it's off campus. It's a way to get away from school for a bit. The older kids can drink if they are 21. And, bowling's always fun. It's only $2 for shoes, so it's really cheap and just a nice way to get away from campus.
Absolutely, and cheap, and it's fun, and it's might as well. It's a Monday night. Everyone likes to hang out, have a good time. And I know racquetball is also coming up. Do you know when that is?
We actually have switched the dates, so we are deciding on a future date for that. But yeah, we'll have a racquetball tournament, which will be our first one, so that'll be fun.
Excellent. And I know Hunger Games, you guys have a dodgeball tournament coming up. But before that, there is a boot camp. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So I think they're just trying to get everything in the Hunger Games. They're going to try and work with student life and get, the TV show or the movie and everything. But they're going to do different, Phoenix pull-ups and different boot camp things to do with each character, and the little prizes that their trainers send them and stuff during the games, they'll climb the rock wall and find those. So they're going to try and do a bunch of fitness stuff that correlates with the movie and some Hunger Games prizes. So anyone that likes Hunger Games.
That sounds so much fun. And tell me, you can sign up, and how do you sign up? Where do you go?
For boot camp, you can actually just sign up in the Wellness Center. But we're actually going to have a Hunger Games dodgeball. And with that, we will have you sign up on IM Leagues. So just go to imleagues.com, create your profile, and sign up for it.
Okay, guys, lots of good things, and that's just fall. So wait till the spring, even more great events. And with that, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Bridget. We're going to take a break right here on MSU Inside Out. Coming up on the show, we have Sports with Nolan. He'll be talking about the hockey team, the football team, and of course, fantasy football. We'll be talking about KMSU Auction, the donations leading up to the auction on December 4th. And Chris Murken will tell us what weather we'll be having.
To our underwriters.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
All-American Trophies, established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Digital Office Center, offices located in Minot and Bismarck, provides a complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and other services.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
MSU Athletics Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Midwest Oil Jobs brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management, over 45 years in managing properties and finding tenants the right home.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Blackbox, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's story.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibits and art events.
Fiancé Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi-Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devils Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties. You can visit them online at minothomes.com.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZTR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fox.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix. Mix 99.9.
Jacobson Music, family-owned music business with 3 retail locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
Beaver Brew Cafe, a coffee shop run by MSU students in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Minot Automotive, offering a superb selection of new 2014-2015 and used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota models.
Uncle Mattio's, a place where everything is fresh, from pizza dough that's made in store each day to locally grown veggies that are delivered every morning.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KXMC, local news, weather, and sports.
Ike Heatings, providing immediate sleep and furniture solutions for individuals, families, and commercial properties.
We're back here at MSU Inside Out. Still a lot of great things here to get on the show, but we're going to toss it straight to sports.
Shoes need shoelaces, burgers need fries, and fantasy football needs Andre. Another week of great tips from the man that complements fantasy football perfectly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 7 of Andre's Fantasy Football Minute. Once again, injuries have caused a major concern for fantasy football owners. No Sean Moreno was placed on injured reserve with a torn ACL, not MCL, but ACL. Lamar Miller is ready to take the lead in the Dolphins' backfield. A great matchup against the Bears should put him in your lineup. Now, Stephen Ridley will be also out with a torn ACL. You never know what Belichick's going to do. But I like Shane Vereen. His dual threat ability is worth a spot on your roster. Need a quarterback? I love Brian Hoyer's upcoming schedule. He's a good sleeper for the next few weeks. At wide receiver, I like the matchup for Justin Hunter. He's a scoring threat against the Redskins defense. Speaking of Redskins, Jordan Reed is back. I love this guy at tight end. He's quickly becoming a favorite target for Kirk Cousins. Be sure to pick him up if you see him on the waiver wire. Well, that's all I have for week 7 in my fantasy minute. Remember, everything will be great if you listen to Dre.
Of course, you can get more helpful insight from Andre on the Dre and Jay show later tonight at 6. And sticking with football, the Battle of the Big Lake took place this past Saturday as MSU played host to rival UMary. We'll join this one in the third as the Beavers trail 14-0 until this deep ball to KMSU's very own Leon Ladeau, a 51-yard score. Beavers are on the board 14-7. Moments later, Cunha finds Ladeau again for a 13-yard score. It's now tied at 14 in the third. Midway now through the quarter, as the Beavers D begins to heat up, Bryce Broom will go 29 yards all the way to the house for the pick 6. And why not hop the rope? Selly with the kids. It was youth football day at the Herb. Mary strikes early in the fourth as they go bro to bro from Ben to Nick Jolliffe. 28-22 Mary. Minot answers quickly with a 3-yard run for the score by Glenn Burrell, and that will set the fans on the edge of their seats, on their feet, wondering who's going to come out on top of this one. As the final play, Cunha is hit as he throws. It's ruled a fumble. Mary recovers. The final 31-29 University of Mary as the Beavers fall to 0-6 on the season. They will play in Bemidji this Saturday. The Beavers hockey team was also in action on Saturday as they took on Liberty in Game 2 of their weekend series. We'll join this one as the Beavers are down 2-0 in the second until Eric Bollifer fires on net and bingos, scoops some ice, make it a Sally, 2-1 Liberty. Just moments later, well, apparently we got hugs for days on the highlights here, but just moments later, Jeremy Johnson drops to Bobby Pond at the blue line, who fires it through traffic, hits a body in front, and the Beavs tied at 2. Still in the second as the game is tied at 2. A little work behind the net, out to the blue line as Mitch Peak will fire on net. The rebound comes out and Brett Nesper buries to put the Beavers up 3-2. And of course, later on in the game, Logan Haroff would ice the cake for the Beavers as he scored their 4th goal. And of course, the Beavers will be back in action this weekend at the Mesa as they take on Colorado State. What fans might know, that on Friday at 7:30 and Saturday at 5, they can listen to you.
And you
can listen to me right here on KMSU.
Yep, be
Channel
sure to
19.
tune in right here on KMSU Channel 19. Nolan and I will have the call for Minot State's hockey games.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks, Nolan. All right, the 16th annual KMSU auction will be coming up right here on Channel 19 on December 4th, and I'm joined by KMSU auction class student Lexi Klein. Lexi, thanks for being here.
Hi, Jesse. Thanks for having me.
So I've been a part of the auction class. I was in it last year. I know the day of the auction is pretty hectic around here. A lot of people running around. Not a lot of people know, though, that there's quite a few that leads up to the auction going into that. So tell me what you're doing to prepare for December 4th.
All right, well, right now we're basically just going to different businesses around town, getting items for packages and sponsorships and stuff like that. So we've been doing that, and then we're starting to split into our promotions and productions. We're going to put together some businesses that donate enough different VOs and stuff to show and support or promote their business during the night of the auction. So we've basically been doing that and doing a lot of phone calls and stuff in class right now.
You said you divide into promotions and to production. Production, obviously, more of the night of the auction. The promotion side of it, you guys are looking to get donations and stuff, correct?
Yes. So any business or medical person or anyone that wants to promote themselves or their business in any way can either donate money or time or gift cards, products, anything to the auction, and we'll use it.
All right, so is there any big donations that you guys have gotten already?
We have gotten a lot from Shields. I know there's a few big gift cards, an iPad. We got one of those. We, in the past have gotten car starters and stereos and things like that. So we're looking to get some more things like that and trips and awesome things like that.
All right, and so other than donations, if people don't want to donate, they can also do sponsorships, correct?
Yes. So they can donate $50, and we will talk about if they're a lawyer, their law office, how to contact them, any of the information that they want us to talk about, and we'll just talk about them during the time of a package on the show.
Like I mentioned, you're in the auction class this semester, and you were also in it last year. Is there anything you learned between the 2 years that can help you this year?
Definitely, to have everything, it's easier when it's all done in advance. So to get packages and everything put together right away and listen to the teachers of the class, all the advice that they have really helps. And, kind of knowing what the night of the auction will be like will help a lot, I believe, to just, make it go more smoothly and things like that. So it has been beneficial.
Last year, the auction raised over $15,000. What are you guys doing or hoping to do to follow that up this year?
We're going to the same businesses and going to more businesses. We have less people in the class, but a lot of people have done a lot for the class, and we're just trying to go out and get bigger items that will draw in, people to watch the show and to hopefully raise more money, and it'll be great.
Is there any more donations that you're hoping to get that you haven't received yet?
We have sent out letters and stuff to like the Vikings and the Twins and things like that. So we're hoping to get things from them, and we didn't have that last year. And then, some of the bigger places that we've usually contacted haven't gotten back to us quite yet. So we're hoping, that we'll have some really cool packages.
All right, thank you again, Lexi.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Again, that's Lexi Klein, a student for the KMSU auction class, and the auction will be coming up. 16th annual auction again coming up right here on Channel 19 on December 4th. If you're looking forward for a few packages or a few donations you might be looking forward to, you can like the KMSU auction on Facebook to see what's going on leading up to December 4th. Looking forward now for weather, I'm joined here by Chris Murken. Chris, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Jesse?
Pretty good. It's been pretty nice weather. We had a little bit of rain today.
Just a little bit, but it's going to happen. We're in October. I'm just glad it's not snow at this point. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at the weather coming up.
All right, thank you.
Currently it's 48 in Minot. Feels like 34 with a 22-mile-an-hour wind, and the humidity's at 89. Sunrise at 8:06. Sunset at 6:55. Currently, tonight it's going to be like 47, cloudy throughout the state. 51 is the warmest. Oh no, 56. I am sorry, 56 in Fargo. But it's going to be cloudy throughout the night. And then we got over here, and for Friday's temps, it's 46 tomorrow with a 52 in Williston. Cloudy throughout the state, sunshine but clouds. So it's typical fall weather finally, people. Low 40s. Mid-50s. And we currently have 55 over for Saturday, Saturday is going to be 55 degrees, 61 high in Williston. And it's yet again going to be a cloudy Saturday, folks. Nothing special. You can catch the hockey game. That's indoors, so. And then we got sunshine with clouds down here in the east and sunshine over here in the west on Sunday. And the extended day forecast, it's looking pretty good. You know, sunshine with some clouds, 60s throughout the week, lows of 40s, nothing too much. It's going to be a pretty nice weekend, guys.
For October, that's actually some pretty good news.
Oh, exactly. Low 40s, mid 50s. It's going to be a great time. I'm hoping we'll hold off on snow until at least December.
Hopefully.
Probably not going to happen.
Not in North Dakota.
No.
I would not hold my breath.
I'm picking Halloween.
All right.
Thanks a lot,
that's coming
Chris.
up pretty quick.
That is coming up pretty quick.
Halloween, remember, like, we'll be at Halloween at the Dome.
Halloween at the Dome is a great event. You know, people can come out, support KMSU. We'll have our green screen. You know, we could do cool things in front of the green screen, put cool backgrounds behind there. So make sure you go out and support Halloween at the Dome. KMSU will be there. The different clubs on campus will be there as well.
Yep. And such great weather. I mean, for October coming up, I mean, 60s and sunny, that's pretty nice coming up. Unfortunately, this weekend, we won't be able to go out and see the football team, the soccer team. They'll all be on the road as well as the volleyball team.
Hopefully the football team can get a win.
Absolutely. It came down on the wire last week. That was a bit of a bummer.
Came down right to the wire. Speaking of football, fantasy football.
Absolutely.
We got the Dre and Jay show coming up at 6 o'clock. You know, tune in for, you know, fantasy football and something great.
Oh, we'll be talking about quite a bit. If you need help with your fantasy football team, we have you covered.
You know, I was actually struggling in fantasy football a little bit, but I got the win this weekend against our very own Bridget LaFontaine, who seemed undefeated. She was unbeatable, 5-0.
You gave her a first loss.
I gave her first loss.
That was impressive.
That was impressive.
That was nice.
Thanks, Jesse.
All right, so our song of the week, we're going to go Down Under with Men at Work. Tune in next week for MSU Inside Out. For Andre Livingston, I am Jesse Rosfit. Good night, everybody.
Traveling in a freighter combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady